You know what sucks? What sucks is having clients that don't pay you on time or pay you at all. As much as I like to feel like I'm a great business person and I talk to you guys about all this stuff, it happens, right? And it hasn't happened to me in years, but it does happen where I have outstanding bills from a client. And I send them invoices, they ignore me, they don't pay me. And then there's been a couple weddings who have never paid me, who have gotten divorced, and they'll never pay me ever again, because why would they pay me since they're divorced? And so I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just trying to figure out, he's like, how do you get people to actually pay you? What do you have to do? What happens if they don't pay you? So here are a few things that I do when a client hasn't paid me and say will never pay me. Steps that I take to ensure that I don't get fully screwed, even though my time is wasted, and that's what happens. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jeremy with Jeremy Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are getting a little tour of the house as we are not fully moved in yet, but I'm just doing a little walk and talk. I just did an unboxing of a couple cool things I'm excited about for the new office. And I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about non-payment stuff. But before we're into this, if you guys would like and subscribe, if this video helps you out in a way, just help me out with the thumbs up. And then thank you guys for all the support as this small channel is growing. I don't have any specialties, and slowly everybody is just subscribing every day. So I'm very excited and thankful for you guys. So guys, it happens, right? I mean, people don't pay all the time, whatever reason or not. So before we get in that situation, you need to make sure that as a photographer, you understand that we send out digital products and print products. Anything you send to a client right away is automatically going to be theirs no matter what. What I mean is there's no way for you to send them a digital, they don't pay, and you take that digital back. You can't. Once they get that digital, it's theirs, it's done, right? So we need to make sure that we are getting paid and delivering after we get paid. Guys, no matter how nice the client is, no matter how nice you are, how cool of a photographer or person you are, you never give product until you're fully paid. You never order product until you're fully paid. If they have an album ready to go or prints ready to go, fully paid, order. No deposit, no retainer. Don't take half the money, order their stuff, because once you get it and they decide to pay, guess what? It's your product and you've already paid for it, right? So that's the first lesson that I had to learn, because I'm always like, dude, I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool dude. Like, I'm a nice guy. So like, I'm gonna be nice to you, right? Let's make sure that was recording still. I'm a nice guy, so let's be nice, and then, my Yelp review will be great. I can't tell you how many times I've been burned because I was the nice guy that hooked it up. I even lost money on an album one time because somebody said, oh, I thought you were gonna help us out because you were so nice and we wanted to make a bigger album, and you've never made a bigger album like that before, something like that. So that's the first thing we need to do to mitigate our damages. Never, ever order stuff or send full product without getting paid. But now let's say that you've done that. Let's say you've created a gallery and that you sent them the gallery, you sent them the digitals, and they haven't fully paid you or paid you anything at all. You should be taking your retainer 50% down. Your final payment should be 30 days before, but something happens. They decide that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. The wedding's coming up. I had to pay for this. I totally forgot. I lost invoice. I don't know how to use PayPal. Something happens. You shoot their wedding. You send them the digitals. They love it. Make sure that no matter what you do with any gallery that you send, it is not downloadable. There's no free to download. And guys, I know all of you have this Pixie set. I know all of you have these square ups or whatever. And you send a gallery to a client and they just put their email in and they get a download code. Stop it. Stop allowing them to do that. Even if they fully paid for it, there should be some sort of coupon code or some sort of gift certificate, something they have to present to you that you can turn on and off that will stop downloading. If you just send them the gallery and allow them to download, they'll download those right away. And then why are they paying you? I mean, they should be paying you to pay you because you did work, but what's to stop them from paying you? They already got their photos. So I have a system where you can go on Zenfolio where you can give them a coupon code. The digitals are, let's say, $50 each. They put that code in, it makes it free, and they download them, right? Otherwise, I'm screwed. If they haven't paid me, it's game over. The other thing to do with the gallery is if they haven't paid you within 15, 30 days of delivery or when they're supposed to pay you, you just close that gallery. You don't delete everything, but you just close it. Change access, change the link, change the password, and do not allow them to get in to your gallery. And this will allow them to then have to reach out to you to be like, hey, I can't get to my photos, what do I do? And that's what you do, right? Now, you've gone through this, maybe they still haven't paid, maybe they won't pay, maybe they don't give a crap about your photos anymore, and they're done. Well, as a photographer, the only thing I can do when somebody doesn't pay me to do work is I start using the images as promotion. If I really like the images, they're going on my wedding advertisements. They're going on my Facebook. They're going on social media. I'm using them as if I just did a TFP. If you don't know what TFP is, trade for photos, trade for prints, trade for files, TFF, right? Meaning that I just did this shoot for free. I need to mitigate my damages. So what I want to do is I want to try to use these images that I just used, just shot that didn't get paid for, to get more clients in, to get more money. And that's ultimately what I'm gonna do. And guess what? If your client sees those photos somewhere with your logo all over it with, hey, special, spring special, 20% off, blah, 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 then they're gonna be like, those are my images, what are you gonna do? Well, they're not your images. You haven't paid for those images, blah. I'll take them down if you pay for my stuff in full. Now, that's my tips. And do I sound bitter? Do I sound crazy as an entrepreneur? That's what I always think as I'm going through these processes in my head. And there's one reminder that I always have to tell myself that I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Shooting a wedding or an event or a portrait is a contract between two people. Yes, you should have a physical contract, which I always do, but if they haven't paid you for that service and for the products, they are breaking that contract, and that contract theoretically is void. I'm not an attorney. Talk to your attorney about it, guys. But basically, I provide the service, I provide the images, you provide the money. If one of those things doesn't happen on either side, then somebody's messing up. Also, as a photographer, I retain all rights to those photos regardless. I'm selling you a copyright of those photos. So if I decide to use them however I want, cool. But ultimately, am I the bad guy for just wanting to do what I'm supposed to do? I am not the bad guy for my client not paying. I am not the bad guy for reaching out to my client and them ghosting me. So I do what I gotta do to make my money. And that's how you guys have to start thinking about it. It's not our fault that they messed up. And yes, we're nice, we're great people, we're small business owners, but if you live in that mentality, you're gonna fail in business. There is no way that you are not gonna pay the government their money and they're never gonna come back to you because they think you're a nice guy. So stop treating people like that as well. I'm walking in circles in the same area. So I'd love to know what you guys think. What other tips do you have? If somebody hasn't paid you, how do you get this back? How do you get this money back? What do you do for this? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, my arm hurts. I'll talk to you guys next time.